Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we're going to be talking about yet another one of these big, I guess, marketing stunts. That's what they really are, but over the last couple of years, we've seen this like weird, very niche kind of trend happening with just hygiene products or some sort of bathroom product, where all these women who have these guys online who obviously simp over them because they're attractive and whatnot, they basically just decide one day to start selling their bathwater or whatever. I'm pretty sure like Delphine and a few other women have basically jumped on this trend. We've seen all kinds of just insane products. I'm pretty sure like Amaranth made a beer that's like fermented with the yeast out of her own crotch or whatever, right? It's I don't know, pretty insane stuff. Some things that I think most normal people just see and they're kind of like, bro, where are we with our lives, right? What's going on here? So this time around, a pretty well-known name is involved in the bathwater trend. Now, I'm sure most of you watching this video know who Sweeney is. I mean, she's probably one of the most famous people on the planet at this point, probably one of the hottest people on the planet as well, but she has now decided that she's going to jump on the free money train. I mean, you're looking at videos for GTA Online, free infinite money glitch, right? You don't even need to do this shit in GTA Online, my boy. You can literally, if you're attractive enough or whatever, and if you're a female, that's a very important part of this entire thing, you can literally do the IRL free money glitch. All you have to do is apparently take a shower or take a bath, and next thing you know, you just made thousands of dollars. So apparently she is partnering with a soap company called Dr. Squatch, which I've heard of. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of as well. It's not like, you know, Dove or Head and Shoulders in the body wash industry or whatever here, but it's pretty well known. I'm pretty sure they sponsor like YouTubers and stuff. So she's partnering with the company to do this limited time run of new soap that apparently features what they call a quote-unquote touch of Sydney Sweeney's bathwater. So Sydney Sweeney is doubling down on a popular soap partnership, but this time is using her own bathwater to promote it. The actress has again collaborated with Dr. Squatch to create a new soap that the company and actress say is infused with a quote touch of her bathwater. Last year, Sweeney appeared in a body wash advertisement for Dr. Squatch, a men's personal care company. The video went viral with more than 1.7 million likes on Instagram. In announcing the most recent soap collab, Sweeney referenced comments made on her 2024 Dr. Squatch post about buying the bathwater that she was sitting in. Quote, "When your fans start asking for your bathwater, you can either ignore it or turn it into a bar of Dr. Squatch soap," Sweeney said in a release. Quote, "It's weird in the best way, and I love that we created something that's not just unforgettable, it actually smells incredible and delivers like every other Dr. Squatch product I love." Alright, so, I mean, where do we even start with this, right? I feel like 90% of us are just looking at this in, like, disgust, right? Now, I'm not saying we're looking at it in disgust because Sydney Sweeney is some fucking, like, ugly ogre wildebeest or something like that. Obviously, she is fine shit, but the issue here that and I'm assuming a lot of you watching this video have, is this is somehow an effective marketing tactic in the first place. Now, I'm just gonna be honest here. I cannot imagine being the guy, right, who like you come home and you look on your phone and you see the Sydney Sweeney bathwater soap advert and you're just hooked, right? You're like, okay, I have to cop. I have to get this. Now, the thing is, this has obviously worked several times before, not necessarily with Sydney Sweeney because from my understanding, this is her first time doing it. But like I said, we've seen other like e-girls or like OnlyFans models, shit like that, right? We've seen them come along and sell their bathwater, sell their fart jars, sell their yeast pussy beer, whatever, right? You know, just whatever fucking vile concoction that can be ascertained, right? And somehow there are men out here who are buying this shit. I have to assume it's men, right? I can't picture that there's that many women out there who are buying something like this. I mean, Dr. Squatch, even just as a company, pretty much is targeting the young male audience to begin with, right? So it's just crazy to think there are men out there, right, who are probably within $50 of going homeless, right? They're having trouble paying their rent. They probably can't afford to feed themselves like they should be, right? They're out here wondering if they're gonna have a car to get themselves to work, you know, and somehow, some way, they're gonna find the money to buy Sydney Sweeney bathwater soap. I mean, the idea of like being ashamed of your behavior at this point is so far out the window that we are in a world world like this, right? Now, I can't necessarily blame Sydney Sweeney, right? Because, I mean, let's be real. She's probably making a shit ton of money to do this. Not only is she probably getting like a cut of the sales, but I assume that Dr. Squatch probably paid her quite handsomely up front to do something like this. I mean, for them, this is like a free money glitch. This is the equivalent if like Johnny Somali gave me like 4 video topics worth of bullshit to talk about in some new situation going on with him, right? It's basically the freest of free that you can get. This is like a penalty kick in the World Cup, no goalkeeper. You know what I mean? This is the freest money that a company could probably ever make. Tim Cook and like all the other global CEOs are sitting there writing notes on how to make free money like this. I mean, they had her in the advertisement or whatever last year. You already know that shit like blew their company up just off like the 1.7 million likes. If I had to guess, that's probably the most liked piece of media that they've put out as a company, right? And then now this, I mean, this is, yeah, I gotta say, whoever is running Dr. Squatch over there, man, give the CEO a raise. He needs to be making 300 times what the normal employee makes, because the normal wagey is not coming up with ideas this grand, right? So many joked about rushing to buy Sydney's Bathwater Bliss, which plays on an internet trend of content creators selling bathwater online. Others dubbed it a gimmick and questioned the item's cleanliness. John Ledecky, senior vice president of global marketing at Dr. Squatch, said in the release that the bar is, quote, bizarre, unexpected, and intended to get guys to think more deeply about the ingredients and the products that they're putting on their bodies. Quote, there's no playbook for turning Sydney Sweeney's actual bathwater into a bar of soap, but that's exactly why we did it, Ledecky said. All right, now, I gotta say, this is just genius, right? Because he's sitting here trying to play it up like, oh, this is actually a think piece, you know? This is a think piece for our male customers. We want the guys to think about what's being put into the soap in their that they're putting on their bodies, right? We want this to be a lesson learned for guys. We want them to think about the chemicals that they're putting on their bodies and whatnot, which I guess on the surface, yeah, like you're thinking about the fact that this hot woman's bathwater is being lathered all over your skin or whatever, but he's trying to market it as like a, we want to make sure people are thinking about the health consciousness of everything, right? Nah, man, let's be real. That is not what the fuck this company is trying to do here, right? That is not what's going on. These guys are trying to spin this into some lesson learned kind of moment. Nah, you motherfuckers knew. You were like, we're about to get paid. We're selling every bar of this. We're making however much money the total will be, whatever, right? We're making as free of money as free can make at this point, man. I respect the bullshittery though, you know what I mean? I respect the fact that he's basically just lying here. I mean, it's more of like a white lie, you know? It's like oh, this is why we're doing it. That's not why you're doing it. Now, like it said in the article, you know, people are like wondering, oh, you know, this is insane. How clean is this going to be? You know, this is a gimmick, things like that, which I mean, at that point, you're stating the obvious. Like, yeah, we all know that this is a gimmick. We all know this is like some one-off little fucking fling idea or whatever they came up with because it's going to instantly sell out and make a fucking buttload of money for the company. We already know this, you know, you're not really telling us anything, but a lot of people, you know, they're pointing the finger at the company, and I get it because ultimately they're the one who greenlights the entire idea. They're the ones producing it and selling it, but in reality, I think it's time that we start looking back at the men buying this shit, you know, because a lot of us, we realize like, yeah, companies probably shouldn't be selling bars of soap that apparently have the bathwater of hot celebrities in it. That's kind of degenerate and weird, right? But this shit wouldn't be happening if there weren't thousands, if not tens of thousands, I don't even know how many, right? An undetermined amount of men out there willing to buy this shit. It's like OnlyFans and all this other stuff, right? It's easy to point the finger at the people doing it, but everyone seems to overlook the fact that there's even a market for it in the first place, right? Like I said, there's men out there who will probably actually pick between getting the ribeye steak so they can eat good, right? And the Sydney Sweeney bathwater. There are some guys out there who would go a month behind on their rent or their car payment so they can stock up on Sydney Sweeney bathwater Dr. Squatch soap. And therein lies the problem with all of this shit, right? It's always coming back to people who don't know how to spend their money properly deciding to buy this shit. I mean, even if you're doing it like for the meme, right? This is just a waste of money. I mean, what are the real odds that this shit even actually has her bathwater in it, right? You got these people buying it, you know, they're gonna fucking spend their money on it. Oh, I got the Sydney Sweeney bathwater soap, dog. You want to come over and sniff it with me? And then it's, you know, it's going to be just the normal bar of soap that Dr. Squatch pushes through the fucking conveyor belts down there at the factory. No bathwater, no Sydney Sweeney essence or musk or whatever on it, right? There's just no fucking way. You know what I mean? Like a bathwater, like her taking a bath in the bathwater, right? That is a finite amount of water. And I don't think it's enough water to actually manufacture this kind of shit, right? Even if she was taking like 20, 30 fucking baths at the corporate headquarters or whatever, I don't think they're actually, you know, providing enough, right? It's obviously just some sort of fucking marketing thing, right? Where you buy the bar of soap and you're supposed to believe it kind of thing. Honestly, if I was the one running the company, that's exactly what I'd do. I'd be like, oh yeah, there's Sydney Sweeney bathwater in it. She kissed every bar. Meanwhile, the whole time, it's just me pushing out the fucking lowest selling inventory we got in stock. We're like, oh, that one bar of soap that we can't seem to sell any of. Yeah, rebrand that as the Sydney Sweeney fart soap. We're gonna go ahead and sell that for 2 times markup. The product, Sydney's Bathwater Bliss, will only be available for a limited time. Dr. Squatch said only 5,000 bars of soap will be made. To get one of the bars, fans can enter a giveaway on the website or Instagram starting on May 29th. That was yesterday. The giveaway will close on June 5th at 11:59 p.m. Pacific time, and only 100 bars will be available. The remainder of the product will be on sale for $8 each, starting June 6th at 9 a.m. Pacific, and will be available while supplies last. So I guess if you're one of the guys waiting in line for this limited edition supply run here, man, more power to you. I guess you're buying the proverbial bathwater soap bar that probably just has like local tap water filtered into it, you know what I mean? And you're buying it and degrading yourself and making yourself look like a hooligan for, honestly, I really don't know. I mean, you could have bought any soap on the planet. Realistically, you probably should have been buying soap before this, right? Sadly, for a lot of the people who are going to be buying this shit, this is the most excited they've probably ever been about buying any sort of soap or hygiene products, if you catch my drift. I mean, I guess good on you guys for joining the rest of us in scrubbing yourself clean or whatever, right? But I mean, you get what you pay for. I'm going to assume here that if any of this bathwater bullshit or whatever is even in the bars of soap or whatever, right, it's going to be the most minute, like physically non-traceable amount. They probably don't even have like a full drop of that shit. They had like the little dropper, you know, and they're pulling like the smallest drip of water that they can up in there. It's just insane, man. Like, I don't know. I'm at the point where over on Shoptimus, I'm about to just start selling like, I don't know, like Optimus toilet bowl bars or something, right? Where, you know, I swab the inside of the toilet bowl after I go, right? And I sell you guys a push pop or something of it. I don't know. I mean, fuck it. Apparently people are just buying shit to buy shit, right? I'm gonna go ahead and get that available ASAP, right? So I guess to wrap this whole thing up, will I be buying the Sydney Sweeney bathwater bar of soap? No, I don't think so, man. Honestly, even if I wanted to, I'm gonna assume the limited run will be bought up by some more fervent fans, if you will. So I don't think I'm gonna be getting my hands on the delectable Dr. Squatch or whatever here. So anyway, man, with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel, follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at @SubTheOptimus. Make sure to check out Shoptimus down below. Thank you to my Watch Optimus subscribers. Your support helps the channel tremendously. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, well, bottling up my bathwater to sell as a new spring water alternative, and signing out.